Good evening, everybody. I'm Stu, the Frugal Video Gamer, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. So last we left off, I had a bit of an episode. Well, my character did, I should say. So yeah, I'll admit, I did look up as to whether that was something that was avoidable. It was not. Like, regardless of what choices you picked, that would be the outcome. Well, it's not stealing.
A light's foot and an heavy bullet, I cap.
Okay, apparently my ammo is full. Whoop. Palagina!
Watcher. Tiverus. Is it really you?
Hey, I know those feathers. Palagina. It's been ages. But what's happened to your armor?
You two know each other? I mean, I wouldn't be jealous if you did.
Okay, I thought she was flirting with Adair. Was it literally just the hug and her affection shifted to me?
Know this last cap? Oh, I weren't aware you favoured feathers.
Palagina's mouth hangs open in shock. Though her hair and feathers have the same immaculate grooming as when you last saw her, her breastplate's 5 suns have been carefully scratched off. She looks down at the armor and back up to you with a pained glance.
I'm sure that even at Cadnois, you must have heard what happened when I returned to the Republics.
I did. I'm sorry things didn't work out for you. She glances away and gives an appreciative nod. You can see the muscles in her jaw clenching as the seconds pass.
The Republic survived. That is the most important thing. And here the company's business seems to be getting on fine without my interference.
Are you working for the Valiant Trading Company now? A pathetic laugh escapes her lips. She turns her gaze down, shaking her head.
No. No company associated with the Dukes will employ me now. I get by working as a ship guard. At least I can be among my people, even if they look down on me.
I could use your help, Palagina. I'm hunting down Aethys. Her eyebrows arch, the membranes of her eyes sliding out and back as the weight of your words hits her.
I suppose I should not be surprised, considering all we went through. But no. I will not be coming with you, Watcher. I would be lucky if I wound up dead.
No, it won't be like that, I promise.
Corres, Watcher.
A mixture of sadness and anger flashes across her face. It's quickly replaced by her familiar, calm expression. She nods once, then turns to go.
Maybe we don't start with the part about Aethys next time?
Huh. I'm curious. I can't help but think that she comes around later, because that would be a little weird.
Need a fresh jacket or pants? Something more delicate? If you have a frame, I can fit cloth to it without fuss. Take your time. I'll give you space to browse.
Okay, this Barden's cover. Steeled in darkness. 2 stealth, 1 resolve. Oh, during nighttime. Huh. Interesting. Cloak of deflection, again. Okay, now for the fun. Holy shit. I'll keep a couple torches, I think. Just in case. Well, actually keep one of the sabers. There we go. Oh shit, I forgot about that. So, 2,000 just from that. Eesh. Oh, crap. Oh, okay, that would have worked. Well, I'm still getting accustomed to it. Let's see. One perception, religion, and insight. That actually kind of looks good on her. I mean, it's not that much different than before. Actually, who has the highest perception? He's got 15. Okay, I'm thinking... yeah, Aloth then.
Indeed.
Okay, let's see. Kahanga District, or Kahanga Palace in the Serpent's Crown District. Well, I guess I'm heading down south here.
The Hazanui is at the palace, blaming the Valiants for attacking one of their ports.
Well, did they?
Of course not. But the Queen must calm them down before they go to war over it.
I'll handle this.
Merla! There's every ship hunter taken.
Oh, I wonder if this will be the... close, anyway. No sooner do you approach the Valiant woman than she squints and turns up her nose.
I only deal with serious clients. Now, shoo.
I am a serious client.
A serious brute. I can see this from here. Madiko. But it is impossible to find skilled work when every competent freelancer wastes their shore leave in the wild mare. When blood travels south of their brains, the value of a good bounty is forgotten.
Why aren't more sailors accepting work?
Ugh, but I blame Luminous Adra. Our privateers are busy escorting shipments out of the Deadfire. Everyone is rich, no one is hungry. Where are the Casitas willing to sink their enemies for a bag of pyres, huh? Drunk on success.
What bounties do you have available?
I do not make a habit of shepherding new talent, but... ugh, there is a seed of potential.
Uh-huh.
We will cut your teeth on Biakara, a Huana sailor and would-be patriot who plagues company ships.
I'll take the bounty.
Gelarde! Biakara sails a voyager's scale of Tangaloa off of Hasongo's northeastern coast. Questions? Ask.
Okay, so I've got a bounty. Northeastern coast of Hasongo.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna try sneaking into there. I didn't realize that that was what that was. To be perfectly
Giant?
frank.
One of the Rathun?
No, much bigger. Such is the rumor.
Sounds like sailor tales to me.
Well, it's not. Cobbler.
In the market for decent footwear?
Sure.
Of course.
Let me see what you have. Shore walker sandals. 10% stride and resolve. Boots of stealth. Yeah, sure. Well, actually, no. Partially because I wouldn't be surprised at all if I managed to find some of those of my own accord. And I will say, the weather effects in this are really nice. So there's Queen's Birth. Serpent's Crown, so... okay, apparently I need to head up then. Road north. Man, he's still injured. Actually, let's go on the wild mare first. I'm sure Aloth could do with some rest.
I don't have a voice for shanties these days. Too much salt in the air.
Not even my Vithrak darling.
10-minute falsetto. Cannot.
Wait. How the hell do you do a 10-minute falsetto while on the high seas singing? Or while singing on the high seas, while presumably sailing?
Do you enjoy a coin, my friend? Can you lift a sword?
Hail and welcome to the Wild Mare, friend.
A jovial man at the bar grins and motions you closer. His arms are quartered with thick muscles and cross-hatched with scars.
Now, what can I do for you?
Show me what we have for sale.
You see anything you like?
Private dance room. Plus one. Okay, that's actually kind of a nice one. I can't help but think that that's kind of inspired by Conan the Barbarian. I'm gonna do it organically if I can.
My one solace from the tedious bureaucracy.
Ado, my friend. I knew our paths would cross eventually.
Do I know you?
Not yet, but I know that we will be fast friends. Tell me, you are the one who sails that fine ship, Ak? Terrorize the docks with spirits, Ak?
Kazragar, Captain of the Defiant, at your service.
I am Aboko, and I am positioned to offer... I have opportunities for... Thousand times I practice my speech. Mera. Never did it go this poorly.
Here, you need this more than I do.
Agrasima, do you know what my problem is, amico? I am supposed to be in the business of giving bounties, but I know no one who hunts them. No one will unfurl their sail for my humble payments. But I must start from the bottom and work my way to the top, Ak?
What bounties do you have available?
You will take the job? You will take the job. Agrasima. Something special for my first hunter, then. I will start you on Meriel, the mad animancer. She tortures her victims with unspeakable treatments before casting what's left to Berath's wheel.
What the hell was that person wearing?
My contact saw her leaving Port Maje and heading west of Maje Island.
That's some questions.
You have but to ask.
You seem down on your luck.
It is true that I have stumbled in my career path. Now that I have such an accomplished hunter, I can stand in the long shadow of your success. It's not all bad, but the momentum of meeting new clients over drinks and in such enchanting company, it drains the stamina, my friend.
Okay.
Where in the blazes is that old man? Watcher, tell me what's on your mind. I'm glad we
Yes? Yes?
I'd like your thoughts on my search for Aethys.
One would hardly imagine that a colossus made of glowing Ardra could be so hard to find. But then I suppose the gods wouldn't have chosen you if the task were easy.
Did you ever make it back to Adir?
As a matter of fact, I did. I saw my mother for the first time in years.
How was she?
She was well. She'd been living with her Thane for quite some time. I don't think she'd been to see my father since I left. I used to blame her for her long absences. for not intervening directly with my father.
What changed?
I realized that she was torn between two demanding roles. And two demanding men. I used to resent her for failing to protect me. But I understand now that her absence is what allowed me to grow. Intentionally or not, she gave me the space I needed to learn a degree of independence.
That's one way of looking at it.
But not yours? It's all right. After all, it took me quite some time to reach this understanding.
Did you see your father?
It's one thing to forgive my mother for her absence. Quite another to excuse him.
Sounds like it was a good trip then.
It was.
What do you know about the Valiant Trading Company?
Well, they seem largely competent. I would feel better about that were they not run by profiteers and animancers. Well, Governor Clario seemed honest and well-intentioned. So one wonders why he was stationed at such an out-of-the-way post.
Might be because he's well-intentioned. Any thoughts on the Principi?
I'd heard Deadfire had a pirate problem, but I had no idea how large it was. Or how fashionable. Still, the only thing more dangerous than a unified pirate nation is one at war with itself.
Yeah, true.
I worry about who will be caught in their crossfire.
How are you holding up?
It's been a while since I've been able to speak candidly with anyone, especially about the leaden key. It's unexpectedly liberating.
That's all. Alright. A young woman lingers near the stage with a mug of ale clutched tight in her hands. Though she shows no interest in the dancers, the bags beneath her eyes speak to many long nights spent drinking in the tavern.
Hey, you're the captain with the ancient Adiran elf on your crew, right?
That's me.
That rat-fink son of a go-kisser owes me a fair heap of coin. And his debt's your responsibility now, Captain.
How much are we talking about?
He's on the hook for 5,000 copper, and I damn well expect to get it. Whether it's off his corpse or yours matters not at all to me.
He's a broke old drunk.
You're his captain. His debts are your responsibility. Pay up, damn you, or taste steel.
Will you take half? That's all I've got on me.
It wasn't what I was hoping for, but I suppose that'll have to do.
Hey, better half now than none at all.
Look, I'm sorry for dragging you into this mess. You've done right by Oswald in giving him honest work, and right enough by me. Let's call it even and part in peace, eh?
Oswald, I'm genuinely trying... Actually, there we go. Oh, okay, this guy.
I'm here. Of course.
Hmm.
I'll handle this.
Wild Mare upper floor. I probably well, actually, yeah, I should rest because I think it's... Yeah, I arrived in the middle of the night, so presumably it wants to be day... Or they want it to be daytime when I actually attend. Or at least try the palace.
See something you like?
The dancer turns to greet you, a coy smile tugging at his lips. He's short for an elf, but no less graceful for his lacking height. His long face and dark eyes lend him a solemn air, but any hint of gloom is chased away by the wash of color in his cheeks.
Aloth, this is the last place I expected to see you. Have your interests changed so much since our time at Bragon Hill?
A grin lights up Ymir's face. He fidgets with his hair self-consciously, smoothing it down where it's been mussed.
No, I still enjoy tile puzzles and deflecting personal questions. Anyway, what are you doing here?
So yeah, all of them are very much like...
I could ask the same of you. I make my own hours, meet fascinating people, and the coin's nothing to sneer at. Better than stuffy old books and unflattering robes.
This is amazing.
It's good to see you again, Aloth. Anyway, I should get back to it. Be well.
It was lovely seeing you. Perhaps lovely is too strong a word. I meant pleasant. perfectly agreeable.
Aloth, it's okay.
I can see where I may have confused the poor fellow in our academy days. So it's a right fierce labour getting the lad to finger any flesh they weren't covering his spelly books.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose. I was raised in the Adir Empire. When I was young, I studied to be an arcane knight. After an incident at my school, I left the continent and wandered until I found myself in Neketaka. As you can see, I stayed.
What kind of incident?
A handful of my fellow students got up to a bit of mischief that ended with several people dead.
Let me ask you about something else.
Did you enjoy the show? Till later, then.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Oh.
If you told me a few years ago that I'd end up following you on another crazy errand, I'd have said you were out of your mind. Not because I got anything against you, more that trouble seems to come looking for you wherever you go. Yet, here we are again, probably on our way to die. Well, you already did, but me, I mean.
I couldn't go having all the fun by myself.
Well, real nice of you to share. Someday I'll have to get you a gift. And wouldn't you know it, this time is shaping up to be crazier than the last one. But I gotta say, I appreciate how you've handled things. Times like these, staying decent's not as easy as it sounds. Thought you were weird at first, of course, but you've surprised me.
There's no point to any of this if I have to sacrifice my beliefs.
And there's something to that. I like to think I'm the same way. Except I chose to believe in the goodness of a giant statue that kills everything it passes. Sometimes I have second thoughts about that.
In fairness, he may genuinely not realize it. Or he may... I mean, there may be a larger purpose to what he's doing.
I've been meaning to ask, though. How is it you never seem to lose your way through all this? What is it tells you you're on the right path?
Let's see. I have strong feelings about everything. I believe in helping people who need it. Sometimes it's more complicated, but often it's not. Well, actually, if I'm... yeah.
Well, hard to argue with that. And I might get some strange looks if it did.
Adair heaves a sigh that sounds as if it's been building up for months. His smile is tight-lipped, wistful.
When I was a boy, things were simpler. Aethys was more like a character we read about in church.
Easier to worship a god when their worst traits are swept under the rug.
Yeah, I guess it was. Well, most stories had him helping folks or making the world work as it should.
He adopts the smile and gently pointed finger of a coaxing parent.
You pray to him. He might help you, too.
He lets the finger drop and the smile fade.
There was no cost to it. No confusion about his will or followers taken into extremes. Following Aethys was right. Had no reason to question.
He pauses. It could be the light, but the creases around his eyes and mouth seem longer and deeper than your memory of them.
Do you think there's any way that following him could still be the right path? After all we've seen?
Oh, that would be flippant. Of course, even Bareth wants us to follow him, but no. It's possible, if the cause is just.
Well, this better be some cause for all the damage he's done. Anyway, I didn't mean for this to get depressing. I think this was just a long way of saying I appreciate the way you've guided things.
Nice talk.
Makes me feel like I'm doing some good, going with you.
He shakes his head with a look on his face like he just remembered a joke. Want a charm belt? Huh. Okay, so Adair's getting that one.
Yes? Indeed.
Oh, okay, that's the one that sent me to fetch Oswald. Or would've, if I had, not jumped the gun. So, quick save. A young woman reclines on the cushions, a hookah hose held delicately in one hand. Eyes closed, she sings to herself. Her voice is soft and inviting. She doesn't move when she hears you approach, but slowly opens her eyes with a lazy smile.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilba.
Okay, so this is kind of a classy, well, like a courtesan-style brothel. I saved your friend, Oswald.
Not from something too dangerous, I hope. Please, accept my thanks. He's a kind old man. I would have mourned to see something terrible happen to him. I have little to give you in thanks. Perhaps you'd be amenable to some establishment gossip. Constantin, the masseuse, longs to wander the world again. Every time he threatens to leave, Gintel begs him to stay, and every time he promises to remain for just a month more. I wonder what he hopes to find out there. Have you come to hear some verse? Farewell. Have you come to hear some verse?
Tell me about
It's
yourself.
futile to attempt to summarize the whole of a person in simple words. How to capture their dreams, the desires of another, their feel and taste. But I appreciate your curiosity nonetheless. I am an actor. Trained from childhood. Difficult for you to believe, I'm sure. My troupe were my family, and we traveled the whole of the Adir Empire, performing the classic literatures to cheering audiences.
Sounds a pleasant life.
The work was good when the crowds were grateful, and their pockets swelled with coin. I found a more dependable application of my talents here. To touch the hearts of others with my voice. I could not give that up. Farewell.
Alright. So what was the gossip again? Constantin the masseuse. So maybe I could recruit him to my crew. What? Oh! A fire godlike woman polishes a pair of stocks, tending to them with the fondness of a mother for her favorite child. The room is dim, illuminated only by the glow of her steel-forged skin. Her eyes burn with the light of Magran's fire.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget.
Never mind. Not the submissive type.
I'll take care of this.
A burly dwarven man hums a jaunty tune to himself as he fastidiously organizes his collection of scented oils. When he hears you enter the room, he greets you with a smile and a humongous outstretched hand. His grip is strong and sure.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins? Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? I crack myself up. Gets me every time. Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask.
How'd you end up here?
Oh, you don't want to hear about that. I lived a boring life, so there wouldn't be much to the telling.
Indulge me.
Truth be told, my real passion is pottery. Trouble is, I got these big hands. Not meant for delicate work.
Just one is easily large enough to cover your entire face. So Andre the Giant Hands.
Worked out in the end, of course. Now I specialize in relieving tension in Amawa and death godlike.
You seem bored here.
I guess I can't hide my feelings as well as I thought I could. The stability's good and all, but I haven't seen anything that gets my blood pumping in ages. You know what I mean?
What's life without a little excitement?
Doing the same old thing day in, day out. It's enough to make a man leap from the nearest window.
You could come with me.
Where to?
You know that 700-foot tall statue made of Adra? I'm going after it.
No kidding. I like to see something like that for myself. Do you think I could come with you? Just for a bit.
Grab your things then, and let's go.
Hell, you don't have to tell me twice.
So, crew member, or... Oh. Sidekicks. Start out as unique NPCs integral to specific quests, complete with their own personalities and looks, and they may offer to join your party as a reward for completing their quest. Just like companions, these new characters have a custom portrait and voice sound set. However, unlike companions, they do not have their own vision quest and will not participate in the companion relationship system. Honestly, I kind of like the idea of Howler. Well, let's see. Let's see, Scald. Okay. Sure, I'll go with Chanter. And accept. I feel kind of bad for basically immediately benching the guy. Queen's Birth. Now my question is, since I am in town, or do I have to be on the boat? In order to increase... Okay, I think I've got to be on the boat to be able to pull it off.
Shh. Keep your voice.
Uh-huh. And what's going on down here?
You want something?
Ah, looting, which, well, hard to really chastise them for. You know, seeing as I'm doing that myself.
The Queen is holding court today with the Valians and Rowattians.
How long before they're killing each other?
Wager on it?
Rowattai. I wonder if, Kana might be present.
What's that bally thing is?
Oh, hello. Welcome to my shop. It's such a pleasure to see a new face. How might I assist you?
What do you do here?
Oh, I am a cartographer. I make maps. I'm not half bad at it either. And may the gods forgive my immodesty for saying so. If you need a map of any settled region of the Deadfire, I am your man. And my commission rates are quite generous. It used to be I would take to the sea and do a bit of charting myself. But I haven't the time. Too many maps need making. A shame, too. There's a whole swath of the Deadfire I've yet to see. I'm quite keen to write a book, in fact. Oh, but I won't trouble you about that. Excuse my nattering on, won't you?
Nice dog.
Do you think so? He is a magnificent
Of course.
beast, isn't he? He's been a bit low lately. Between you and me, I think he's heartsick for the sea.
Do you sleep here?
Sometimes. Married to the work, you know? I just get so engrossed in my maps. And next I know, it's morning. Sharing a bed with a few maps is a good sight better than sharing with Caleb, I'll tell you that. He always hogs the blankets.
You said you're writing a book?
I'm putting together an explorer's account of the Deadfire. Or at least the part of it Queen Onekaza's tribe has laid claim to. My book will be the first of its kind. The Explorers Club will go mad for it. Or, well, that was the idea. It's a fiercely dangerous enterprise, in point of fact, and nobody will agree to chart the islands for me. You'd think ship captains would be a bold-hearted bunch. I offered fair recompense. I'm not exactly the most powerful fighter, or I do it all myself. Still, wouldn't it be wonderful? An explorer's guide to the Deadfire. Someday.
Put some nice pictures in that book, and we got your explorer right here.
Do you mean it? This is... Wow! I can't thank you enough. It's a lot of ground, I mean water to cover, and some of these islands are in very dangerous waters. Don't worry, I planned it all out. We'll get your feet wet first. With a little experience under your belt, I'm sure you'll get a taste for it. Nothing will stop us. I mean, you.
Well, I managed to find one already.
The idea is to explore all the islands that haven't been charted yet, or even named. That falls to you, amico. You can't tell me you've never wanted to name your own island.
Yeah, I kinda did.
I thought we could start with the waters around the company outpost at Port Mage. There are 2 islands in the region, and nobody's taken much notice of them yet. Once you're back, I'll start filling.
Okay. Well, I managed to get one done, I think, unless that was further north. I mean, if it's flanking either side of Port Maja, then no, I didn't get them. I got the one halfway up to here. Road north.
Where is my postinago of a brother? You there? Have you seen Laro Badato?
Who?
Madico. Where is that spoiled brat?
Are you alright?
I'm trying to be the responsible one in the family, and it's a heavy burden. Laro is past due for a company meeting. Mother wants me to drag the elusive louse back by his ear.
Must be nice to be a layabout. Uncle Angbert would have tanned my hide.
Fuck. I am angry and jealous in equal measure. You'd think this district was a maze, the way he manages to hide. The spirit magnet. Sientere, that I did not recognize you.
Wait, what?
If you desire to get in the graces of the Valiant Trading Company, we can help each other.
How can I help?
Could I persuade you to watch out for Laro? I'd pay generously for your trouble.
Nara has been digging her nails into her ledger, leaving crescent moon-shaped impressions in the binding. She notices your interest and holds the book protectively close.
I'm concerned, because Laro tends to feud with Orso, one of the local Valera rats.
What did you mean by Valera rat?
The Valeras. A brood of sea vermin playing at nobility. We squabble and compete, but Laro, the postinago, takes it too far.
I take it your mother is someone important? Well, if I happen across Laro, I'll let you know.
Would you? I'll be waiting at the estate in case he happens to return. Laro and his miscreant friends carouse at the tavern, the falls above the Adra Mill, and the southwestern bridge. If you see him, tell Laro to get his good-for-nothing ass back home.
Well, we do have this thing with chasing a rogue god to the ends of Aora, but I guess if it's on the way.
Well, let's see. There's the waterfall.
Have you heard about the commotion at the palace?
Hmm?
Of course. Something about Luminous Adra.
A giant made of Luminous Adra.
All I know is that they're all at each other's throats up there.
Uh-oh. Someone was playing Lookout. Against the backdrop of jeering youths, a young woman raises her arms with an air of practiced drama. Before her, two men stand across from each other, mirroring scowls.
You both attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
The woman trails off as you approach, and you find yourself the sudden target of the crowd's attention.
Who is this Nasenale? How many cousins do you have, or so?
Orso glares at Laro and bites back whatever insult he had at the ready.
We have business. What do you want?
Do you know what's going on here, for starters?
This doesn't concern me. We've come to settle a challenge.
What's your words of? You want the Juana to know we're dueling?
My bad so to the tribals. We should be free to settle matters on valiant terms.
I'm pretty sure if they find out, they might take your Batso.
Small wonder the old empire collapsed in civil strife if this is the Valian way.
And how do your colonies fare at it?
I suppose you have a good reason for this duel?
This street thug called my family a warren of corrupt inbreds. But is there a dung heap in all the world that does not have a little Valera cousin scratching through it?
That wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardato silver.
I'm a watcher. Do you have any idea what I can do to you? Laro and Orso trade uneasy glances, their vitriol for each other momentarily set aside.
A threat? Liberos? We are the sons of the wealthiest families in Deadfire.
Miller! Scatter!
What? Where are you going, you stuffed shirt? Hey, wait! This isn't over, you coward! You can't hide behind your corrupt mother forever!
Well, that worked out pretty well, actually.
One of my eyes be open.
But yeah, I am curious about that one. Oh, okay, I did manage to find one then. I'll head down to the bar. Oh, actually, no. I'll head up to the north exit. Parika's Overlook. What time of day is it here? Oh, nice. That's honestly a really nice thing to see. So my question is, did I fuck something up with Pelagina? You know, I mean, would she have joined my crew had she still been part of the group? Dark Cupboard has fortune box. Wait, what the hell is this thing?
You look thirsty. A drink, sir?
Dark Cupboard.
Quench your thirst on the way up the mountain?
What do you serve here?
Spirits and the like? No one this side of the slope will scorn you for a little indulgence. Between us, folks tend to linger and spend coin in parikis when they've had a few.
True. The Dark Cupboard. Okay, I've got to see about this fortune box. I mean, this has got to be either a major ripoff or...
Taking half this back to the sorcerer. She truly live up the name.
I got nowhere else to turn. Stonehill is going to kill me.
Don't drag me into your mess, Bertenno. Not again.
Then you leave me no choice. I'm sorry.
Hey, come back with that. Madico!
The fuck just happened?
That flaccid Batso. Imp, you had none of that, huh? That's what I thought. What am I going to do? Think, Fascina.
What was... Looks like your customer forgot to pay.
Ah, very funny. Bertenno just took Rokawa's fingers, which is no joke to me. He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkemir will flay me alive over those damned gloves.
Strange that the constructs didn't attack him for stealing.
Is it strange? I don't know. Go consult Arkemir's grimoire if you're that curious.
Why does he need the money?
He said that he's in debt to a Rautayan captain by the name of Hamuto Stonehill. By all accounts, a deadly serious man.
What aren't you telling me?
Not that it's any of your business, but Bertenno used to spend a lot of late nights here.
Ah.
I got into the construct's guts and marked off Bertenno as a safe visitor, so they would not attack him.
Okay, fair.
And before you ask, no, I will never do this again.
Yeah, sounds like a smart idea.
You do not know Arkemir, do you? He is as cheap as a Wodican clerk. Whatever he loses from those gloves, he will take out on me.
I'll get them back
Somehow.
for you.
You will? If you are expecting some payment or reward, I do need to keep this under wraps.
Let's say I'm doing my good deed for the day.
If there's a burden on your conscience, then I am not opposed to you offloading it on my behalf. I do not know where Bertenno fancies his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Bra Citadel docks. Hamuto Stonehill must be as dangerous as he sounds, or else Bertenno wouldn't be so panicked. Bertenno stole suddenly my...
Huh. Okay, so where is this guy? Why does the name Arkemir actually sound familiar? Velvet Glove, Brass Fist. The Brass Citadel docks.
You're right. He does do that with his hands.
Hey,
'Tis roughing his precious spellybook that scares the lad. Or maybe 'tis notching his wee finger.
You come and stop. My sides hurt. Oh, I miss this.
Surely you've spied how he's always brushing himself. He won't say, but he's afeard of seagull shit.
Okay, got an issue up here.
I don't give two pyres for your tribal pride, and I wager that Arkemir cares even less.
If this is what passes for Rautai in diplomacy, Razanui has bigger problems.
If you've come to see Arkemir, you're too late. He left the estate on wizard business.
What's going on between you two?
Tamar and I wanted something from Arkemir. Our powers of persuasion leave much to be desired.
The wizard got his hands on a Huana tablet, the Harapo epic. I came to reclaim it for Rautai. In the middle of my negotiations, this little pest showed up with a claim on it.
The Harapo epic belongs to the Huana. The Queen sent me to remind you both.
An intact primary source is a rare find for the Huana.
Akira, few outsiders can appreciate what such an artifact could mean to our people.
Posturing about cultural value is worthless. We both want the tablet for the same reason.
Wait, is there another reason you both want the tablet so badly?
There are things better left unsaid.
While I'm standing here, you mean?
Akira, I don't deny it.
Who's Arkemir?
A spellcaster, and a damn good one. Specializes in hexes and illusions. He and his apprentice run the Dark Cupboard, a local magic shop.
Any idea where he went?
Arkemir could be drinking Kawiki wine with dead kings. There's no finding him if he doesn't want to be found.
How did he come to possess the
I
tablet?
believe that he had dealings with black market treasure hunters.
She's too preoccupied negotiating with the warmongers at her door.
So what's your plan?
I might as well adjourn to the palace in Serpent's Crown and give Arkemir time to think.
What a load of... You mean to get your hands on that tablet with or without Arkemir? You island rats can barely write your own names, much less a distinguished epic.
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel and spin your own plots. I will happily do the same on my side of the island.
I have questions for Netehe before you go.
For me? I could use a reprieve. These are frustrating times we live in.
I had questions about the tablet.
Akira, I say the relevance of the Harapo epic can't be overstated. It could prove a touchstone for the Huana. It could even... Sorry. You go ahead.
Why is the Royal Deadfire Company so interested in it?
They think the tablet can show them... well... the way to Ukaizo. Akira, it's a mythical island, but that isn't stopping any of us from rushing to claim it first.
Ah. Why is the tablet so important?
It is important to all who call the Deadfire home. I only tell you this because I know you can be trusted. The epic is supposed to contain information, nothing as dramatic as a set of coordinates, but anything helps. Stories are also important to the Huana. Much of who we are is still missing.
Did you know about the epic before it fell into Arkemir's hands?
Akira, from the Journal of Rakua, an explorer who found the tablet on a remote island some 20 years ago. Unfortunately for Rakua, the most we found of her was her journal among the flotsam of a shipwreck. The story could speak to the values and beliefs of our ancestors. The language structure, narrative voice, and use of metaphor can tell us something about the time of its inscription. We could even... I've lost you, haven't I? Akira, I tend to go on. Akira, the pleasure is mine. There's always Fasina, Arkemir's apprentice. No love lost there if whispers are true. Arkemir seems to enrage those of his inner circle.
Alright, so where did she
Queen
go?
summon everyone to the palace?
Akira, I've never seen Aruihi run so fast.
Do you think the Audra Colossus would come here next?
Pray to Kahopa, it does not.
Okay, she returned to the palace then.
I'll take care of this.
Stray cat. Jules. Oh, at first I...
The sea is true home, not smelly mountain.
Holy damn. They did... Wow. They did a lovely job with that background. Worthless idiot. What are you doing out here?
Arkemir doesn't let worthless idiot outside after worthless idiot sprayed dung on stupid tablet. But Arkemir not home. So worthless idiot watches the ships come in, looks at all the tasty gulls.
Your name is Worthless Idiot.
Those Arkemir's big words. Gave name, but worthless idiot no understand.
I'm pretty sure he meant that as an insult.
That's so? Worthless idiot should ask Stinkfoot or Catnip what they say.
You want to set sail and eat gulls? You're welcome aboard the Defiant.
How often you beat your crew, huh?
I don't. Not yet. Follow my orders and we shouldn't have a problem.
I join crew? I join crew!
Probably should have asked about getting into Arkemir's lab first. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, he's a navigator. Helmsman. Buddy, what? Let's see. Helmsman, navigator, unskilled surgeon. Alright, I'll head on up to Serpent's Crown.
For someone who talks so much, you seem to care about very little.
Oh, apologies, lad. Didn't realise we'd be only ever speaking of subjects deep and meaningful.
Oh, don't strain yourself on my account.
I'm assuming
I'm
a
sure
vendor?
I have the perfect gemstone to match.
Ring of Boundless Stars. Contains chaotic orb. Pearlescent rhomboid hellstone. 10% chance to reflect against spells. Ooh. And is that passive or? Sure, why not? Oh. Okay. I'll take that, I guess. Did not realize that was a helmet. Alright, save real quick here. Oh, there's Neketaka.
You return.
I'll approach the guard.
If you come to do business, outsider, you are late. Your people are already inside, speaking with the Queen.
Yes, I have information for the Queen.
You will find her in her throne room, through the door behind me. Inform the guards of your purpose. Whether the Queen will hear you above the baying of her guests is another matter.
That was surprisingly simple. Like, I figured I'd have to do a couple things, you know, get one of the companies to vouch for me, similar to being able to only attend the Animancy hearings by getting one of the, either the Dozens or the Knights of the Crucible to vouch. But yeah, it's actually pretty nice to just kind of be waved in dismissively, almost. Kind of a beneath notice sort of idea. Oh boy.
While I am flattered by the esteemed Hazanui's confidence, I must wonder how my people are meant to have destroyed an entire colony overnight.
A middle-aged woman with a square jar and tar-stained teeth meets his gauge.
You tell us. It's no coincidence that your outpost at Port Mage survived the recent storm.
She pulls a slender pipe from her pocket, but at a look from the Queen's attendants, she puts it away.
You speak as if I could command the tides. While you are casting your blame in a wide net, why not look to our Kahanga allies? We do not share their talent for shaping water.
A sizable Amawa standing by the throne takes a bold step forward and flares his nostrils at the assembled dignitaries. A hush falls over the room.
I say our guest forgets himself.
Brother, stand down.
Up to this point, the Queen has studied the proceedings with an even expression. She half rises from her throne as she fixates on Prince Aruihi.
You are the one who mistakes my throne room for a sparring arena. I say this is beneath us. An interesting visitor in difficult times. You cannot be here to deliver a favorable omen.
Yeah, I'll shake my head.
The gods remember the honest, and so do I. Allow me to apologize as I toss you before the wolves.
Ah, crap.
This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa. I suspect that many of our questions about Hasongo will soon be answered.
If it pleases the court, I've journeyed from a crippled Port Mage.
Uck, I know this one. His parlor tricks frightened 10 years of every sailor in Queen's Birth.
Raising her hand for silence, Onakaza looks to her brother. He approaches and they exchange a few words too quietly to hear. She lifts her gaze to you once more.
We assembled to discuss the darkening of Hasongo, one of Rawatai's colonies. Watcher, it seems you have the floor.
Port Mage suffered similar damage when Aethys passed through.
What sailor's tale is this?
There's no sane explanation for what's been happening. You keep waiting for one, it'll be too late.
Does tilling the soils of the Eastern Reach drive all men mad? You sound as crazy as the Dawnstar Dreamers.
She looks at Adair, the one would look at an especially rabid, but fascinating, animal.
Have you not heard the rumors, Karu? An Adra Colossus marching across the sea. Sailor tales, but credible ones.
How came a watcher from half the world away to be involved in these happenings? Enlighten the court.
Aethys emerged from beneath Kednua, my castle. He made this personal. Silence descends on the hall. Courtiers and delegates eye one another, seemingly gauging which of them will be the first to laugh. A stern look from Queen Onakaza turns every questioning glance to stone.
Tracking down a god who stands as tall as a mountain. A fisherman with poor eyesight could do this. My priests will trip over their feet to interpret his divine plan. Watcher, can you cut through the din and tell for what he comes to the Deadfire?
Yes, I plan on using Adra pillars to track and ultimately confront Aethys.
How resourceful of you. The Isles are studded with enough luminous Adra to bankroll an economy. I believe our course is clear. We will send the Watcher to Hasongo. Set sail to the west of Neketaka. I would tell you to keep a weather eye out for a lighthouse, but the God of Light did not appreciate competition.
Apparently he destroyed a lighthouse. Very oblique way of putting it, and kind of a bleak way of putting it, too.
Something to add, Hazanui? You have an eager look about you. She believes herself entitled to my ear, I say.
Only that Hasongo is a Rauatayan outpost. It would be useful for the Watcher to take one of ours along.
She inclines her chin at another woman standing nearby. Just to point out, I actually am from Rauatai.
Ma'am?
The composed Almawa stands at attention, her furrowed brow cleaving down otherwise warm features. By her feet, a colorful bird preens itself without concern.
Maya's an expert sailor and a better sharpshooter. The best the Brass Citadel has to offer. Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first.
If it gets me and Ashiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm.
Ak, perfito. Do you mean to stop Eothas by shooting him? Seri Pelagina will go with the Watcher. Show him how the Republic's handle things.
Sorry, Pelagina. The guard behind him coughs politely.
Your Excellency, Pelagina Messerai has been banished? She has been seen in Queen's Berth. I can have a report to headquarters.
Nero silences the guard with a withering look and a sharp gesture.
You should feel no obligation to take on additional crew. The choice is yours.
I'll take Maya. Always good to have a rifle on hand.
Say the word and I'll shoot the tip off a Green Boy's nose.
Ishiza looks up at Maya and warbles something agreeable. Oh, Green Boy being Seraphim, I'm presuming.
You're making a mistake, Watcher. In times like these, trustworthy allies are the most valuable asset of all.
Calm down, Nero. I'm sure you'll get one of your spies in place.
Okay, can I not get both?
In the meantime, Watcher, I hope you'll meet me in the Brass Citadel. There's more for us to discuss among friendlier company.
I believe we are finished here. Aruihi? Aren't we popular? Take care at Hasongo. The Deadfire was overfull before Aethys blundered in. Your allies will use you toward any end. Do not give your trust lightly.
I say it is beyond time our guests lick their wounds somewhere else.
Okay, can I not get both her and Pelagina?
Let's see.
Geomancer. Huh. I'll go straight ranger, but okay. Okay, maybe I can still get that then. Oh, nice. Yeah, Aloth, I guess you're kind of sitting out for the time being.
While we have the chance.
Speak freely. Captain?
Okay. Okay, I've got to look this up. I apologize for doing so, but... Okay. You can get her back. I'm not going to look into the details about it, but you can get her back. That was my major concern.
I know exactly what you're thinking.
What's that?
You're asking yourself, how did I let the Royal Deadfire Company plant an informant in my crew?
She chuckles to herself, but there's a note of resignation to it.
My superiors might expect me to report in from time to time, but don't read too much into it. You're not the only big thing happening around here. I'm in this for a lot of information, a little diplomacy, and plenty of target practice.
And if my actions damage the Royal Deadfire Company?
This whole campaign is a risk-benefit analysis. The Navy knows you're a gamble, and they're factoring in all potential losses. Rawatai is here to do some good work, since the Huana can't seem to do it themselves. Maybe just try and stay out of our way.
At least you're upfront about spying upon me.
Better that you hear it from me than someone else, right? The company isn't in the business of reassigning officers outside of the mission unless they've got a damn good reason. And you are a damn good reason. Take the compliment.
As long as you're keen on taking orders, I don't object to having you aboard.
Uncomplicated. Just the way I like it. Oh, guess you ought to meet the bird. Ishi is smarter than he looks, but don't expect him to do any tricks. Ishi, come.
That's a good-looking bird.
Of course.
Hey, Birdie. Hey, Birdie.
I'll click my tongue like Maya. Cocking his head, Ishiza turns to you with a mixture of curiosity and skepticism.
Takes practice before he'll listen to you properly, but that's a good start.
Adair nods at Ishiza, who bobs his head in response. Adair nods twice, and the large bird replies with 2 head bobs. Adair begins tilting his head up and down, and Ishiza follows it with vigorous full-body bobs. Encouraged, Adair starts bouncing his own body up and down, at which point Ishiza stops bouncing and watches Adair with cockeyed curiosity.
Did your friend suffer a head wound? Before we get into deeper waters, I've got a question.
Okay. Shoot.
You've got a ship and a title. Being captain means more than just wearing a big hat. A lot of tough calls to be made.
But I still get the big hat, right?
Well, naturally. That's your right. A crew can be like family. They can also be like a nest of squalling infants. Let's say your galley cook was fixing to organize the rest of the crew into a mutiny. How would you handle it?
I'd get ahead of the problem and compromise with the crew.
Sort it out as equals. Interesting. Of course, the only right answer is the one that works in a given time and place. I just wanted to hear yours.
Ever stuff with a mutiny yourself, soldier?
Mostly preemptive measures. We try to pull the weeds before they reach the garden. But enough about me. Glad to be aboard, Captain.
Some questions.
I've got some answers.
You're one of Kana's siblings, aren't you?
Sure am. And I heard that you two spent some time together.
Oh, holy shit!
Funny how the gods toss things together. He came back from the Deerwood with his head full of stories about the Angwithans. Used them to make an argument for our expansion into the north, and by the gods, did people ever listen?
Ah, crap.
He lost some of that childish glow, but weird ideas stayed with him. You clearly had some sway on his opinions, more than I ever did. Wish you had told Kana to give up on the poetry. He's got no ear for it.
Hey, well, glad to hear he's making a difference. Take it easy on him.
No? As his sister, I'm supposed to catalog his missteps. I do with bullets what Kana did with words. Just in case you were wondering, the comparison ends there.
How did you and Shiza first get acquainted?
I won a shooting competition at the Ranganui's estate. This was a few years before enlisting with the Navy. As a reward, he gave me the freedom of the Royal Eyrie and said I could take my pick of the warbirds.
Nice.
Stinkfeathers here kicked a rather pretty hawk off my arm so he could have me all to himself. Been inseparable ever since.
Hello, Ishiza. Who's a good bird? The bird cocks his head, his eyes reflecting a mixture of friendly recognition and murderous calculation.
Uh-oh. That's his I'm hungry and you're wasting my time face. Better step back, Captain.
Tell me about your family.
Well, my parents came from the Deadfire. I'm getting a taste of my roots. After they immigrated to Rawatai, their talents caught the Ranganui's eye. He saw them as this spectacle, this achievement of the old country, I guess.
That's right. It was, let's see, her father was a coral shaper, if I recall right. Or Kana's father. So, their father.
So they were honored guests. Not many Huana rose to distinction in Takoa. We were also curiosities. Even as we broke the same bread and tossed back the same wine, the Ranganui's friends always checked under the table to see if I had a tail. Kana thought it was hilarious.
Island Amawa aren't that different from coastal Amawa.
You're telling me. Growing up in the Ranganui's shadow wasn't all bad. We had tutors and advisors at our disposal, and lots of folk from stranger parts than these. I spent my days learning to shoot, while my more academic siblings learned to express themselves. I leave you to judge who spent their time better.
Let's be off. Oh, actually, first, let's see.
Your coming is a favorable omen already.
I'm just happy to be alive.
Such modesty, I say. You happen by a time when our rivals bicker and tear at each other's throats. It does not take a priest to see how the gods send us an outsider to dig under the skin of our enemies.
You don't seem to take your rivals very seriously.
How can I when they posture and peck like a pair of kata birds? I will not paddle around the island. My sister wants to know if you are as useful as you are disruptive. She trusts me to judge this. You did not come this far to serve the crown, I say. But sailing is an expensive hobby. Loyal service can keep your galley stocked.
What kind of loyal service did you have in mind?
My sister keeps a tight grip on Neketaka, but the filth of it drips down her palm and into the gullet. Under our noses, I say, do foreigners smuggle contraband and pay the Rapau for their silence. Take this if you need proof.
The Envoy's badge. What is this?
An envoy ship sank a day's voyage out of Neketaka. He wore that on his breast. My guards recovered it in a raid of the gullet. This confirms my suspicion. Neketaka has a pirate problem. Smugglers and thieves cluster like rats in Delver's Row, a growth in the bowels of our city.
Very descriptive.
You think pirates raiding those Republic's bastards be the source of your people's agony? Wonder what the gullet folk would be thinking of that. Sir.
Anyone who preys on my people will know Onikaza's justice in time, I say. I want someone to peddle the medallion to the black market, earn the trust of these pirates, and learn how supplies come into my city.
Why do you need a watcher for inspection duty?
It must take keen senses to peer through the veil. Others will miss the details that stand out to you, I'm thinking.
To what end?
It will depend on what you find, I say. Onikaza leaves this for me to handle. While she worries about the manor, I tidy up the basement. Yours is not a face that others will recognize. Let no one learn that you work for the crown. When you travel down the mountain, seek Tekehu in Pariki's overlook. He is a godlike, one who the people look to for hope. Ngati's chosen knows of our troubles. He could also use a lesson in Raparu modesty.
Ngati's chosen? Oh. Never to have a local guide. I'll go find Tekehu.
Ikira, if I know Tekehu, he is stirring tempers in the Water Shapers Guild.
Oh yeah, I did pass that.
I fear the caverns run deeper than even Ngati could guess.
Now that is pretty. Water clothing. Let's see. Actually, what does she have? Okay, just a regular arquebus. And actually, let's see, potions. Yeah, he definitely needs some. As do I. And she's good for the time being, I think. Alright, let's talk to the... You meet a tall, brown-haired man dressed in full plate mail. That might not normally catch your eye, but his mail is unusual, colored a deep green and emblazoned with the image of a golden tree. Hand on the pommel of his sword, he watches the crowd go by with keen eye. Keen eyes that are behind glasses.
What do you need of me? Well?
Tell me about yourself. Interesting armor you have there.
I suppose it is. Are you familiar with the shield bearers of St. Elka? We are a paladin order.
Indeed, I'm of the order myself.
My brother. I am glad to see a friendly face.
Hey, lovely!
Archipelago. I trust you came here on honest work? Well, I needn't hear the details. You asked about me, after all.
Okay, that is actually pretty awesome, especially after having met the Bleak Walkers in the White Marsh DLC, and god damn, they were assholes.
I am the son of a disgraced noble family. My father and brothers were executed for treason when I was a boy. Rightfully so, I must add. And my mother, sister, and I were thrown out on the street.
Can't help but think that this might have been a Kickstarter backer character.
All we had to our names was a trunk full of heirlooms. One of them was this suit of armor, which belonged to my eldest brother. Now I endeavor to live up to its promise and redeem my family's honor. That's the long and short of it, really.
Can you teach me what you've learned as a member of the Shield Bearers? Enhance survive? Here you are.
My thanks.
He lays 2 heavy sandbags on your shoulders and runs you through a series of drills designed to increase your strength and agility while dressed in full plate mail. Granis's training. Huh. Okay, that was really unexpected. There we are. Yep, +1 athletics and survival. The Juana. Yeah, I didn't... Oh, yeah, because I pissed them off with that. That would do it. And I do plan on coming by and hopefully recruiting Pallegina. It's probably just going to be a bit more of a struggle than it otherwise would be, unfortunately.
Barati pays coin to feed the great eel. He smells one touched by the great eel, does Barati. You are a man who sits across a fire with death, Akira.
The Pallid Knight and I are on familiar terms.
For glutting mighty Tangaloa and hurling foes into their next life, Barati can offer payment. Coins for feeding hungry gods.
You collect
Akira,
bounties?
Rewarding those who appease the great eel. This is Barati's cause. May the beasts of the Dreaming Lands never know famine.
What bounties do you have available?
Tangaloa rolls a hungry eye toward Dichila, a Valian captain who scouts for Luminous Adra in sacred lands. Akira, Tangaloa knew it would be so. Dichila sails her Voyager Alisio around the waters south of Neketaka. The great eel hungers for her soul.
Oh, God.
You songwriters need a guild if you hope to learn discipline.
Not so. We speak in the tongue of Ngati and Amira. Your pretty dances may upset the public, but we command the wind and sky.
Hey, I have missed our little talks.
Akira.
Okay, all of that would be theft, so never mind.
Better part of valor.
Yeah, sure, I'll just head out. And boy, it just got a lot more open than it was before. Let's see, road east. Lady Apeto's estate. I'm assuming she's Valian. So yeah, I guess I'll hit the road east real quick just to open up the Sacred Stair. Takano's estate. Takano.
Hunter or prey?
Do you seek companionship on your travels across the Deadfire? Why not take a little friend along? We have many animals on offer. Akira.
25% stride. +1 perception, intellect, area of effect, intellect, firepower levels. Intellect. Nebula. Oh, Roar Recall Agony, so either you really get helped or you really get hurt. A woman with skin like hardened sailcloth sits upright and stares off to the distance.
So, it will be you, then.
I think you've mistaken me for someone else.
Then, I owe you an apology. I have collected many foes over the years. Some of them would sprint up the mountain to see me push through the jaws of the great eel.
With me, it's usually a pit or some Ingrethan machine instead of an eel.
Akira? I am certain it took hard work to earn such accomplished and capable foes. As Nungata Whale Splitter, I cleared the jungles and seas alike of slippery creatures. I earned my foes later, when I hunted a deadlier prey.
Extremely tall women?
Ha! Bounties, you wild ibex. It's been years since I tossed a harpoon, so now I stay abreast of what bounties need filling. That's Mataru retirement for you.
You must think everyone is out to get you.
An occupational hazard, I say. Hunters do not play well with others.
Speak for yourself.
Ever missed the hunt?
I miss traveling across the archipelago, answering to no one but my empty belly and purse. But this is a younger woman's game.
What bounties do you have available?
Interested in taking up the trade, are we? I warn you that I deal in the heads of the exceptionally dangerous. A lady needs standards, after all.
I can handle myself. Give me the details.
Let's cut your teeth on clever Bena, infamous dwarf mystic of the obscure. A scavenger, I say. Picks off those who trust her for an evening, and then pockets their coin when she's bled them out.
Yeesh.
Bena was seen traveling on an island due southwest of Osongo.
Alrighty. Now over to the estate. Ooh, never mind. Did not realize that would be locked. That is not Muhai. No idea who that is. Hopefully I'm not, like, skipping way ahead with some of this stuff. Ooh.
I have waited a second lifetime.
Apparently someone who passed away.
There you are.
Yes, I'm real.
And what kept you? Why should I wait so long for Rikuhu's messenger? Or have you come as Bareth's usher? The foreigners twist even our gods. Should you not be a dwarf?
I'm not the usher. I'm a watcher.
Akira, I have not met one before. Nor will I again, I think. But you are here to take me away, are you not? Well, I refuse to go. Never will I move from this place until justice is done.
I've got a feeling it's one of the people in the other estates.
I follow Magrin's way. Yet sickness took me before my time. I died alone and without honors. It must be put right. My body cannot be left here to rot, forgotten. I feel it there like an itch.
Who were you?
I have been many things. And in performing my duties, I brought honor to my caste and to my kin. A sea captain, a great explorer, trusted advisor to the Queen herself. Now, that is before I left the sea for the mountains, to make maps and guide others. Chief Navigator, that is what I made of myself.
What's the last thing you remember?
The sickness. Days of it. Lying in my own filth as the disease withered me. I passed from wakefulness to sleep with every breath. But I knew it once when it was over.
Do you know where you are?
I can see nothing in this place of death but distant lights. But I feel I must be close to where I died. I have not taken one step since the darkness came.
Is that why you haven't moved on? I could help you.
Of course. Some kind of mistake was made, and now Magrin will put it right. I thank you. Please, search my home. My body cannot be far.
I'll take care of it.
Palm slats. Palm slats again. Antidote. So, how did no one manage to find out that she was dead, though, if she was a trusted advisor to the Queen? Or was the key word?
I've seen worse.
Orphan dog. +2 resolve. Okay. Actually, let's see. Summary. Here we are.
I'll take care of it.
Decent spear. Muahai's remains. How do I resolve curses?
Have you found it? Akira, I hope I have not rotted away.
I found a body in the bed. I assume it's yours.
Yes. To think, a Mutaru of the Kahanga tribe left to die alone and forgotten. Unthinkable.
No one deserves to end up like this. I'll put it right.
Then I was right to wait. All will be made right again, and I will rest. Take my body to the Temple of Magrin in the Sacred Stair. There is a great fire there that burns eternally. Burn my body there, so that it may be dedicated to Magrin in death. I cannot pass from this life until all is in order.
How am I supposed to carry a body down to the temple without anybody noticing?
Akira, wrap it in a sheet if you are Magrin places such obstacles before us so that we may overcome them. To the temple.
So, do I actually have to sneak to the temple then? Her last request. I really should have quick-saved before leaving, I think. Because I won't be able to help but laugh if... Okay, good. I was thinking of... I mean, it would genuinely be kind of funny if, well, while I'm up here, may as well head into Kano's estate. I mean, I don't know why, but the name seems to ring a bell for me. And that's weird.
You must be careful when sparring. See the scratches on the wood?
Yeah, okay. Takano. An older Mataru man stands ringed by younger Juana. Apprentices or pupils, it seems. His robes shimmer with quartz beading, and his perfume announces his presence from across the room. Yet beneath his finery, he looks like a fighter gone to seed. Disused muscles flop.
Greetings, and welcome to my home. For what do you come to my villa?
Nice house. Be a shame if someone nudged it over the mountainside.
You Rowataians have the strangest sense of humor.
Your essence slips from your body, and Takano's soul enfolds yours like a warm, oily thing. As his fears and questions seep into you, your perspective shifts to his. At first, you worried this meadowfolk before you had been sent by the Valiant debt collectors. It would be a low trick taking advantage of your famous hospitality, but then those Valiants are crafty. Uh-huh.
Quiet time.
Oh, actually, what's her perspective? Okay, she is getting that instead of... Shit.
Well, that's not nice. Guess that wasn't so hard.
I'll handle it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be... I've got no idea what the hell's going on with him. And I'm not the type to pry. Oh, road east. Well, yeah, I'll be able to just take this one. The Sacred Stair. Yeah, and then I can go to the Gullet and Pariku's Overlook. Or, I probably should have done it reverse, actually. Yeah, well.
Incense? Offerings for the temple? Shining God, light your path, stranger. Can I interest you in any of our wares? We gathered what we could. Much of our coin goes towards feeding those in need over at the temple. Thank you.
Necklace of Fireballs. Oh, only 8 charges, though. Actually, how many medical supplies does the ship have? 55, so you know what? Why not?
Used to work a farm, growing Vorless. Thank...
Kind of ironic, I'm buying the same thing that,
Payment for heads. It could be no simpler, I say.
An armored Juana turns and looks you up and down. She holds this motionless pose across a long and contemplative silence.
Tell me, are you someone who walks the path that coin lays out before you?
Lately, the gods tend to steer me around.
In death, they steer your soul. But in life, you are bound to coin. Transmuting actions into payment is the alchemy that orders our world. All things turn on the axis of a coin bond. I pay bounties so that death can bring order to life. Would you help me continue the cycle?
What bounties do you have available?
If you would forge a coin bond, I know of people on these islands who must die. Dugra the Ascetic is wanted for crimes against his monastic order. His people have made a coin bond for his death. The Orlan wanders the wilderness on the island of Crookspur, northwest of Neketaka.
Okay, so...
Supplies! Get your supplies here! Consider, friend, the blessings of the priests are priceless, but so too is good sense, certainly.
The magnificent escape cape. Huh. Cute. Wait, living steel as in the... As in the same type of steel that was... Oh no, not Durgan steel, living steel. Slightly different. Maybe from the Living Lands? Okay. Not sure what that was about. Let's see here.
I worry about you, Adair. There'd be a thing of free out here that you shouldn't be aiming at pets.
Hey, it was dark. I only saw the back of your head. Some huge island squirrel.
This ain't about me, farmer.
The Macronite priest has the build of a boulder. His thick-set frame stretches as fine robes at the seams.
Be welcome. We gather to honor the goddess. For we must earn the strength to endure the darkest of life's battles.
I didn't expect to see so many foreigners at the temples.
It is an opportunity to learn. What good is a fighter who knows how to defend against a single enemy? If we must one day fight one another, such is Margran's will. Each obstacle is a challenge we must answer. These are whetstones that sharpen us into fine blades.
Muhai has passed. I'd like to commit her body to the flames.
Muhai?
What?
Muhai has broken with Wahana. The Queen has forbade that any should have contact with her. Akira? She would be banished to the Undercity if not for her sickness. And now that has finished her.
Sounds like you're very obedient for a priest of Magran.
To strike without purpose only dulls the blade. Magran teaches us to burn away what is weak within us. Fear, want, arrogance. Those things which rot the soul from within. A group of the Wapua came to seek Muhai's counsel, for she was known as a great navigator. Muhai was of the Aweki before she came to Neketaka. The Aweki and Wapua were enemies for many years, before Queen Onekaza's time. Muhai misled the hunting party, and they were lost. All of us are Kahanga now. To harm Wapua is to harm Aweki. As Muhai turned her back upon her kin, so we were commanded to turn ours upon her. The Queen would have us join our tribes into one raised fist. She could not let Muhai's crime stand.
She died alone. Isn't that enough?
So too did she act on her own, against her own people. She does not deserve the honor of walking with the gods.
She was still one of you. Her spirit cannot rest.
It is good of you to care so for one of our people. Come. Give me the body. I will bury her beyond the great city walls. It is the best that I can do.
Is there no other way?
You are not of the Kahanga tribe. For what do you do this?
I feel sorry for her.
And I as well. Muhai has brought great sorrow upon herself. You would defy the word of our queen?
Can she not redeem herself?
Muhai is dead. She has lost her final battle.
Who says one's chance for redemption ends with death? For some, it's only the beginning.
Come. Give me the body.
Is there no other way?
You are not of the Kahanga tribe, and I as
sorry
well.
for...
You would defy the word
What
of
should I
our
do?
queen? Come. Give me the body. I will do as promised. Thank you, outsider. The Wapua have their justice, and the...
I hear your talk. Who has turned your heart against me? The priest? Has he forgotten who we were? Never before would a member of the Awiki have been left to die alone. I upheld my tribe's honor, and for that I was abandoned. Left to waste away, to hobble around my home with only maps for company. Now I will be buried like a secret. Never to know Magrin's favor.
I'm sorry, Moo. Well, I'm almost tempted to go with 3. You know what? Given what I know of... Thing is, they are obviously very powerful. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the sympathy route.
Berath will claim you in time. And I will be here.
Her last request. Yeah, fair enough.
I'll take care of this.
Mark Vanderbeege? What? Forsaken... A forsaken cat. You find a man of middle years inspecting a metal tool unlike anything you've ever seen. The man's robes shimmer with a faint trace of arcane energy.
A good day, traveler. I see you've taken an eye to my instruments. If you've any interest in the medical sciences, you need only ask. Well then, questions? I'm a researcher in the medical sciences. And before you ask, no, I don't mean animancy. Neither do I mean magic, nor, gods forbid, necromancy. Medicine. Study of the kith body, its inner workings and such. I've misgivings about magic use. It's useful, I'll grant you that, but it's a crutch. Stunts our scientific development, you understand. Makes me a bit unpopular, as you can no doubt imagine, which is why I've got this arquebus here.
What do you mean by unpopular?
A patient of mine died under questionable circumstances. One morning they were fine, and the next they were dead. Someone is trying to discredit my work, I just know it, but they won't succeed. I came here to the archipelago to evade my rival's attempts at sabotage. And there's certain... I've misgivings. Okay. I came here to the I've told you of my troubles. I suppose it's the least I can do.
Yeah, I don't actually have the money for it.
We will witness a new beginning.
Oh yeah, the Temple of Gaon. Or Gone. I'm a little unsure on the pronunciation.
Here's where I do the ritual.
It's you.
Right there, under the statue of Gon.
Derek.
So it is you. I could not think of a reason why your ghost should haunt the Deadfire, save to haunt me. And that smacks of arrogance.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Sister.
Derek gestures and the soldier turns away.
Another collection of spirits? The rumor was that Kat Nua was destroyed, and you with it. I was sorry to hear it.
Oh, shit! Yeah, the Raid Saren commander! Derek, I thought you'd go back to Raid Saris.
I did in time. Once I thought I'd summoned up the words to explain what happened in the White March. None of it made much sense to the Regency, but my men stood by me. If I was mad, so were they. When the priest spoke of Aethys' return, I volunteered to come, along with a few of my men. I think the Morning Council was content to have me out of the way.
And, wow, small world.
That's putting it all very simply. But then, I suspect few of us have simple reasons for coming to the Deadfire.
Sorry, Derek, I lost your sword along with my castle.
That sword was only meant to keep you alive through your ordeal. It's fulfilled its purpose.
What news of Raid Saris?
Each missive from the Deadfire raises new tumult. Some believe our Lord restored, while others doubt. We've done penance for many long years. None of us know what forgiveness ought to look like.
It doesn't seem like Aethys has his mind on forgiveness these days.
Still worrying about your Watcher abilities?
I don't know. I came here on a pilgrimage of a kind. Neketaka is full of spirits. And the sea, where to begin?
Self-loathing is a blight on the soul, Adaric. Don't make your journey through hell darker than it has to be.
You're right, of course, sister. You are a Watcher still. Yet you are neither mad nor killed. It's good to see.
I found the man behind my awakening and put my past lives to rest.
The cure you sought, and which I was weak enough to doubt. See? There. Determination will win out every time. And now you are on to new challenges.
I'm tracking down Aethys.
So, his appearance has renewed your faith as well. I think for once I am content to wait. If our God wishes to speak with us, wishes anything of us, he will give us a sign. The priests pray daily for it.
Aethys is killing people everywhere he goes. I have to stop him.
Stop him?
The plan is to ask him real nicely.
Pretty much,
I see.
actually.
I will say only that this too must have a purpose. The Shining God would not bring such destruction without cause. Yet, if this were punishment for our failure, take care.
Actually, I wonder how he would have responded if I'd said, yeah.
I'll handle this.
Dream journal. Okay, apparently someone has a, an erotic dream about Aethys then?
I can't believe it. Is that really
weird?
you?
Trying to remember who the hell this guy is.
And Adair, you made it out of Gilded Vale for good then. I'm glad.
A lot more might have made it out if you hadn't left him for dead.
I haven't forgotten. It's why I'm here, Adair.
The guy in Raedric's Keep. Been seeing lots of old faces lately.
Here that comes with the job. You being a Watcher, I mean. I've been helping out here with the Dawn Stars, handing out food mostly, or delivering supplies.
Oh, no.
Not so different from Gilded Vale, maybe.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, yeah, he took my words to heart. Awesome.
Took some getting used to, working shoulder to shoulder with Raid Sarens, but it's not so hard as you'd think. Feels like I'm on the right path, toward a little piece of redemption, maybe?
There are no true gods to redeem us, Weirden. There's just us.
I guess you've changed your mind some since we met.
Ah, shit.
I never got a sign from Aethys to begin with. There was just you. If it comes down to what we can live with, I'm still in the right place.
Yeah, well, we'll see where you end up in the next life. They can't redeem you, but you'll still be judged.
That is true. God, that was a very high-pitched ring.
Come on up. Don't be shy.
Actually, I'd like to make a donation.
The Shining God will bless you for it, sir. That coin will help those in need.
Yeah, I've got plenty. Nordegand.
Here for a meal? Just get in line, dear.
Okay,
Ain't
I
no
don't
trick
recognize
to
her
it.
at all.
Hey, there's a lady I'm looking for.
Oh.
Came from Deerwood.
Okay.
Short, got a bad temper. It goes by Alava Mazzy. Heard of her?
I know an Alava, but that ain't a surname.
Might have gotten married.
No.
Oh.
Not real warm, that one. Stop by unannounced, you get a pistol up your nose when she answers the door.
Sounds like she's expecting you, Adair.
Yeah, that's her. So, she's living with her, husband, then?
Not that I noticed.
Huh. Must be laying low.
Just that boy of hers.
She has a son. Adair's body goes perfectly still. It seems to waver in the breeze.
She's got a son? How old would you say? Like a little boy?
Groaning, Jyoti pulls her hair forward over her face as if she can hide from the moment. Maya cocks her head and listens. Oh, this is getting good.
Oh, I couldn't say. It's been years. He must be a young man by now.
Wow, that's something.
Ah.
Well, thanks for your
In
help.
short, they're tumbling the
Don't
hay.
you want to know where to find her?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
She's in Hasongo, last I heard. Got a little plot of land out there.
Well, we've got business there.
Guess we'll look that way then. Much obliged.
So, Adair, you want to talk about that?
Look who it is.
Guess not.
Indeed.
Another abandoned cat.
I'll take care of it.
Frau Nils. Cute. Wow. +3 with melee, which is not bad, but not great. The Wood Elf, a Wood Elf straightens over an altar to gown.
Jody, I do hope you're not getting into trouble now.
Who, me? No, I wouldn't dream of it.
You're the High Priestess of the temple?
Do swine stink like shit? I'm guessing you're not here to worship. Then what can I do for you?
Doesn't this place get a little damp?
No more than anywhere else. No sense fighting it. The water sustains our faith, surely as it does these trees.
Your devotees have gone? What about Aethys's other manifestations?
Gone's the only one that matters.
Uh-huh.
The Shining God's got many faces, but they're all his to wear. Divine King Widewind, he saw the dawn stars,
Ow.
telling him of things to come. But it's gone with sickle and lantern that's come to the Deadfire. Our God's returned, and he's gonna bring balance to the world. He's gonna right all the wrongs we have suffered. Gone will bring a new beginning for all of us when that hour comes.
You must be getting a lot of people in here these days.
Oh, yes. People are afraid, angry. Change can be frightening.
Okay, I'm just gonna hit farewell there. Simply because I'm let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna play for maybe another half hour at most, and I think that might be it for tonight.
You know how I've been saying there's nothing more important to me than us freeing you from Barrett's bonds? Well, I meant that. I did.
Yeah, you've
But
got a
there's
kid.
this other thing I need to see about. On the way, like. I was gonna tell you.
It's about love. You don't have to explain.
Thanks. I'm not sure I could anyway. This woman, well, love's not the right word. But she was something to me once, back in Gilded Vale. When I was mayor of Deerford, I had this vision of what I wanted it to look like. It was gonna be what Gilded Vale was, before the legacy. And in some ways it got there. I was proud of that. But it didn't feel like I thought it would. Come to realize there was someone I needed to show it to. Ilava. Well, she'd have been about the last person left in Deerwood who'd have seen what I made and understood. Last I saw her, she was going to New Hayamar. Went looking for her there, only to find that she'd left a long time ago.
Oh, I figured it was just the fact that you were bad at parts of the mayoral job that you left.
Anyway, I don't expect you to understand, but I gotta know she ended up all right.
Sounds like she ended up with a son.
Yeah, that's something. Coming out of Deerwood during that time. When I knew her, she had another little boy, just a baby. But the legacy deprived him of a proper life.
Well, then again, Helia.
I never found out what happened to him. But with the Hollowborn, you didn't have to ask. Guess he got a brother, though.
You sure you want to know where this leads?
No, but I don't see a way to let this go. Least a way's not now. Last time I saw Ilava, we got friendly. Now she's got a son.
Let's get moving.
How do you write in those reports of yours, Maya? Did you detail the Watcher? What about me?
I may have told the company one or two choice details about you.
For real? You thought me worth noting in your politic papers? Maybe I'll make myself proud yet.
So you're flattered. Interesting. Guess I'll add that to the next report.
I'm telling you, you just have to wait for the eyes.
Oh. A massive door looms before you. The edges are sealed so tight not a breath of air escapes them. Religious runes sprawl the length, carved deeply into pitted stone. Memento Mori, depicting the inevitability of death and the immortality of the soul. Gibberish. Don't even bother. Back the door. Holds a disc near to the door's face. Oh, okay. Well, let's see if there's anything down here. Well, actually, quick save first. Or, wait a minute, I don't think I did quick save. There we go, quick save completed. Peer over the precipice. Whew. Oh. Sure. Send to the tomb's opening. Yay, athletics. Look inside the passage. Sure. Ooh. Inspect the hallway first. A faint sparkle catches your eye. Seems to be within easy reach. A large ruby. Continue down the twisting cavern. Okay, so not sure if I just wandered into a place I really shouldn't be in, or whether it's level up. I'm assuming it's going to be level appropriate, anyway. Unless I really wasn't meant to be down here until getting whatever artifact of Barath that it was hinting at with the door. Okay, it is level appropriate. Oh, and I need to get the Warhammer in. Shit. Oh, fuck me. Oh boy.
think I can pull it.
Oh, crap. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, actions are locked, apparently. Or something. Oh, shit. Yeah, I should not have come in. I should not have come in. Okay, I think that will be it for now. I will delete this save. So, thank you for joining me. And I will likely see you all tomorrow morning, but I may or may not get a stream in later tonight. I'm not sure at this point. Anyway, I'll see you later. And if I don't see you later tonight, have a nice night and pleasant dreams.